So, my name on YouTube is Northern Star, and I've been on here for roughly a year and a half. Um, I started following this community when I was TTCing, and I never really spoke about it. I never really spoke to anyone in my family about it. I come from a culture where doing things like this is kind of like, why are you letting everybody know? I'm not really ashamed about anything. I'm grateful for the information that I've received on this channel, all the experiences, all the ups and the downs and the trials and the tribulations. It speaks so much to how powerful you women are. I thoroughly enjoy this page. Not this page, but this channel. Not this channel, but this community. You guys can tell I'm new to this. But being able to see that you're not the only one that goes through things when it comes to TTCing and the frustrations that come with it, the joys that come with it. I just wanted to start sharing more about myself and my journey and putting myself out there and letting you guys know, and pretty much coming out from behind the blinds, letting you guys know that this is me and this is my story. I am 34 years old. I got married in 2013. I was 32 years old to my husband. And, you know, when we got married, the whole idea behind it was, let's start getting pregnant. And we had no difficulties, I would say. I don't know if I can call it difficulties. It just took us a long time to get pregnant. And then, after about 8 or 9 months, naturally, you're like, okay, is something wrong with me? So I went to the doctor. My husband went to the doctor to make sure that there was nothing wrong with us, or if there was something wrong with us, so that we can get it taken care of. And, there was nothing wrong with us, thank God. We just had unexplained infertility, is what they called it. We did whatever we had to do to pursue IUI. And so we had the IUI, and we were successful the first time. We were pregnant with twins, and kept going to the facility where I had the IUI until they released me to my OB. Then I got to my OB. I was about 10 weeks pregnant, and I woke up one morning to a whole bunch of blood. I know that's TMI, but I don't know any other way to say it. And I went hysterical because I know you're not supposed to be bleeding when you're pregnant. And I went to the hospital. When I got to the hospital, both babies were fine. I mean, I was so thankful. I was willing to stand up on my head and hold my left leg to the side if they told me that's what I needed to do to stay pregnant. I did whatever they told me to do. I listened to the doctors. My OB said she didn't want me to go back to work until I saw her, because again, I don't know if you all know, but I'm a teacher. And so when I went back to the doctor that Monday, I continued to bleed that weekend, by the way. And I went back to the doctor that Monday, and when I went back, she was doing an ultrasound, and baby A was just in there flipping and bouncing and having a great time. And then baby B, every time she put the the, the, probe over to see baby B, Baby B wasn't moving. Baby B didn't have a heartbeat. And I was just like, hey, what's. She kept going to it and moving away from it, going to it and moving away from it. I noticed it the first time. I just felt like maybe she didn't want to tell me that terrible news, and I said it, and she definitely was heartbroken. My mom and my sister were there with me because where my husband works, he's not allowed that much time off from work. It was a devastating time. It was very scary for me because here I am, I'm pregnant with twins and I lost one. So what's going to happen to the other baby? So they sent me over to maternal fetal specialists, and they were absolutely amazing. I ended up going to them for the duration of my pregnancy. So I used to go to the maternal fetal specialist, and I went to my OB. And I was on bed rest because then I had a subchorionic hemorrhage where his placenta was tearing from my uterus. And so there was no cure for that. And with that condition, it has to heal itself. And in order for it to heal itself, you have to kind of be still, be on bed rest, not doing as much walking around. I remember when I went in, the doctor said, "What do you do?" And I said, "I'm a teacher." He said, "Well, not until this heals up. You cannot be up and walking around." So I had to be on bed rest. I had to leave the job at the time, unfortunately, because it was my first year trying out elementary school, and I had fourth graders that I absolutely adored. Um, so my principal was not very understanding. She was very invasive. She was nice, nasty. But, everything happens for a reason. I ended up not being offered a contract while I was on FMLA. Um, and she couldn't give me a reason. So, that was that chapter. Of course, it was stressful, but it was okay.